Hey everybody, what's going on? So today I had to do some thinking. Um, I thought about all the different people who just let me down. All the different times where I put so much work in for certain people. And they turned around and played me on some shit. They just let me down. And it came from I guess first the largest one would be my father, who let me down with, rather kicking my ass every day because he had issues of his own, rather than doing his best to teach me how to man and move and help me to move forward. Next one after that came, a person who I thought was my friend. He was never too impressed with any of the things I had going, but always wanted to, either put me in a box or push, his own shit forward. Which, once again, not being so confrontational or very stand-up-ish about, my own stuff. Just was like, yeah, man, that's cool. That's what's up. Him, and then what else? And then, try to do a little business venture, and eventually came to a point where he was just on some shit. And, even after the first incidents where, wasn't ever too impressed with what it was I had going on, and always wanted to push his stuff forward. Then, kind of separated myself from him. I didn't necessarily cut it off or nothing like that, but it was kind of just, I didn't really bother him. And then later, called me with this business opportunity, and, just being a happy person, just, choosing to be happy and grateful for an opportunity to do something. So, after I got that opportunity, I said, yeah. And I put my head down and I went to work. Doing some serious work. Now, maybe I was slow, a bit of a slow worker, but I made sure I did quality work. I made sure that whatever it was I did it to the best of my knowledge and ability, and that I always put my best forward with that. And then came a point where, even though I'm the one doing all the work, you still want to yell at you, want to turn around and start yelling at me. But, I'm doing all the work, and then him and another dude are, the ones that are, I guess, partner, quote unquote, in the company or whatever. Right? So then, there's that, and that ended up falling through, so that was another letdown. And then, even my own mother let me down. I think after the first two, that's the one I just was not expecting. That was the one that really upset me. Because it just seems like no matter how hard I work for other people, or, how much I do for certain other people, it's like, well, I just always keep getting let down and let down and let down. So I'm like, for what? It's it's like I start to think after a while, like, is it me? Am I doing something that's making this happen? Am I like moving the wrong way? Am I saying the wrong things? Like, for all of these things to happen. And I just think, like, I don't know. Like I was saying, the first thing I do is question, like, is it me doing this? But at a certain point, I got to a point where, after trying to find my confidence to do these vlogs after so long, after thinking about putting in the effort to go forward and do it, and do all these things, even today, I almost just stopped vlogging again. I put them all on private again, because I was just unsure, is this what it is that I'm trying to do? Is this the right way for me to start doing the things I want to do? Is anyone gonna listen to these things? Not to say that the only reason I'm doing it is really to listen, but really for people to listen, but I mean, I'm really doing it to speak my truth. I'm doing it as something to help, keep me going, keep me pushing for that more, keep me pushing for that, like, that self-autonomy, I guess, trying to finally do something for myself. And then, like, today, I almost got to that point where I was like, I don't know if this is it. But then I started to think, right, well, if everyone else is going to sit here and let me down, if everyone else is going to sit here and tell me no, or I can't, or that's dumb, or try and put me in a fucking box, at the very least, I shouldn't let my own self down. At the very least, I should at least try for myself, because I'm now coming around to knowing that I've been, right in all of these different situations. I have been solid. Like, I'm not gonna say I was just absolutely perfect or whatnot, in the situation. Given I didn't know what to say, or know how to go about it, or know what the move was or whatnot. But for, I'm gonna say, a good 90 to 95% of the time, I made sure that I was doing what I needed to do, or I was doing my best at whatever it was we were doing. And I knew that I was putting my best and greatest foot forward with each and everything that I was doing, given the people I was working with. So, I mean, today, after doing that thinking, like, I had to start verbalizing, the fact that I was doing right. I was putting my greatest foot forward. Now, maybe I'm not necessarily the most confrontational. Maybe I'm not even one that had a great amount of confidence in myself. But at the very least, given for the fact of the matter that I was putting in my best for the team, I was making sure that I was not the issue or problem, given what we were doing. So I had to sit there and verbalize this. And I was cooking breakfast, and I had to sit here and start verbalizing the fact that I was doing well, the fact that I was putting in the work and effort on my part. I deserved to have more come to me out of that situation. I deserved a decent, part of the reward or the pleasure or whatever that would have came from what we were doing. But yet, people just want to let me down. So, I said, well, at least now, after verbalizing it and pacing back and forth in the house, at least I'm not going to let myself down. I'm not going to also be the letdown that other people were to me. I'm going to do something for me. I'm going to keep at it for myself, because I at least deserve that much for me to get up and push forward. For me to, at this point, try and do something different. Or at least try and do something that I believe I would enjoy. Or try and go for something that I want. Since everyone else wants to let me down, break me and say mean shit to me and just be outright assholes. I'm going to do something for myself. And then, after all that thinking and pacing, I unlocked or republicized my vlogs. Okay, I don't know what that was. But anyway, I decided to continue forward for myself. So, I wanted to say all this in this vlog today to say that if people keep letting you down and saying mean shit to you, and you're not the most confident person that there is or was, or at the very least, don't let yourself down. At the very least, you had some solid shit within you or behind you. At least do something to do it for yourself. One thing I keep hearing from these motivational speaker people, or these like happy activists and whatnot, is shoot, I lost my train of thought. Still just trying to figure out what the heck that was, but dang, I just lost it. I'll be honest, I just kind of lost it, but don't let yourself down. Don't sit here and let yourself down. If you know you're solid, if you know you deserve more, it may take a while to verbalize it, to actually start to get yourself to believe that you do. Because so many people want to make you feel like you don't. So many people just want to hurt you because maybe some see something in you that that you can't even see in yourself. And they don't want you to go for it because they feel like shit themselves, and they want to make you feel like shit. Like, back to that other hurt people thing. But regardless of that, start to learn that, that pain that you may have from it, it's only really your spirit growing. It's only really you, embracing such hardships. And that if you choose to move forward and do it for yourself, it may be greater. Which, that's what I've chosen to do. I've chosen to do my best to move forward and put it together. Make the smartest and greatest moves that I can make. To continue forward, even after this second time of almost getting rid of my vlogs, I continue to keep pushing forward. So, I'm going to keep doing this, and I'm going to figure out how to, have it more streamlined of sorts. But don't let yourself down. At the end of the day, everybody else wants to let you down. Don't also be against yourself to let yourself down. Maybe that first start is weak. Maybe it's really small, but that's one of the strongest steps you could take. It's what I'm choosing to do. So, come back to self-belief. Keep thinking it over and over again. I believe in myself. I believe in myself. Because that's what I've been doing, and I've noticed like my vibrations have changed. My energy changes with it. Now for me, it's taken a lot of that, just thinking it over and over again in my mind, to start to really, succinct my own belief within myself, let alone that I am a self, or have self. But I choose to move forward. So that's about it with this one. So, always remember, lead yourself to your greatest victory. Don't let yourself down. Pick yourself up when everyone else wants to just put you down. All right. Peace.